I'm Jo from Jo's Country Junction. I've been busy doing some applique with my AccuQuilt Go dies, and I thought I'd just give you a few little tips on some of the things that I do to make your applique process a little bit more fun. So here's what I'm working on. It's a little project here. You probably can't see with the camera really well, but in here I have a buttonhole stitch already done right around those applique pieces, and I'm going to just show you how I did that. To start out with, you're going to need a piece of fabric that is just a little bit bigger than the size of your applique die. So I have my black fabric here, and that will be like the reindeers. And then I am using a product called Steam-A-Seam 2. Steam-A-Seam 2 comes like this. You could probably find that in like the interfacing section of your fabric store. And I cut a piece the same size, or about the same size as my black fabric. There's a piece of paper that comes off it like this, and this piece you don't need, you can just disregard. And then this has a sticky side to the back. What you're going to do is you're going to take that and just take your hands and press like this onto the fabric, and then you can just flip that over, put this on your Go die. Here you can see I have the reindeer and the snowflakes and sleigh die, and I'm just putting this right on here. I can put my mat on top, and I can run it through my Go cutter. One thing that you need to note is when you're working with dies that aren't symmetrical, which would be what this one is, if you put your, here's my reindeer, and it's got the little piece on the back. If you put your fabric down so that the right side is down, you're going to get one image of a reindeer, and if you put it right side up, you're going to get a different image. So you'll see here I have two different reindeer. One is going in each of the different directions. One's running to the right and one's running to the left. And so you'll want to be aware of that when you cut that out, to pay attention to how you want to position your fabric so that you get your reindeer running in the right direction. After it comes out of your cutter, you're going to have paper on the back like this, and what you're going to do is you're going to just peel that paper off like this, and you're going to find your spot that you want to put it onto your fabric, and you're going to position it. And you can see that the Steam-A-Seam 2 just sticks to it like this. If you want to make it, let's say that you don't like the way this is setting, you can just lift it up and you can turn it a little bit. And Steam-A-Seam 2 is a product that allows you to be able to do that. Once you get it exactly where you want it, then you just take your iron and you press it in place, and then it's no longer able to be lifted. So once you have that, once you're that far along, then you're going to need a product called Tearaway. This is what Tearaway looks like. You can find this also in your in the section where the interfacing is at your local store. And cut a piece about the size of your applique. Take a product like quilt basting spray. Spray this onto the back like this, and then you're going to position that behind your applique, and you're going to press that down. The reason that you need that is it gives a little stabilization to the fabric, and it will just make it a better product so that you have a smoother stitch around your applique. Now if you come over to my machine, you can see I already have a piece in here. I got some questions on my blog about what a buttonhole stitch is. This is what a buttonhole stitch is. Here on this product, I did a tan thread rather than a black thread. Typically I usually use black thread, or I use a thread that matches the color of the applique that I am putting onto the product. And I have my machine set, and if you have a needle down position, you're going to want to use that. If you don't have a needle down position, you're going to want to manually turn your wheel at each intersection and corner. You can see really slowly I'm just going along here. I'd really like to get an open foot someday so that it'd be a little bit easier to see, but you can see right here I'm on the corner. I'm going to lift and I'm going to turn, and then I'm going to go right down my applique piece like this. Once you get down to the feet, it's a little more tricky and it's a slower process, but all in all, it's quite a fun thing to do, and you can do all of those with all of the many applique dies that AccuQuilt Go offers. And you can check out more information on my blog, joscountryjunction.com.